Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Ozma. I am the author of the Veggiegasm cookbook. I'm actually planning on making a series. Yes, this is a soft cover. I do not sell soft covers. I'm the only owner of the soft cover. But I sell hard covers on Amazon and on BookBaby. I actually will type in the websites on the description in the chat um, for where my book can be purchased. So, my cookbook. What is the Veggiegasm cookbook? The Veggiegasm cookbook is a plant-based cookbook. Everything in the cookbook is vegan. There are no soy products in my cookbook, and it's just a new kind of approach that I have, or a different approach. May not be new to some people, but a different kind of approach that I have to cooking plant-based foods. Um, in the beginning of my cookbook, I actually talk about my journey on what led me to become vegan, or I'm a plant-based eater. I prefer to say plant-based because I think when people think vegan, they think this really extreme throwing red paint on fur coat kind of thing, which is not me. But yes, so I make a variety of dishes, and my book actually introduces a lot of different types of foods for a lot of people. It introduces lots of alkaline grains, alkaline referring to Dr. Sebi's alkaline list, but it is not an alkaline book. But it was inspired by Dr. Sebi as well as other herbalists such as Queen Afua, other herbalists, and other natural health practitioners such as Dr. Africa as well, who have all influenced me with changing my dietary needs. So I have different things in the book, which include it includes juices, smoothies, breakfast dishes, side dishes, main course dishes, and desserts. It has a large variety, foods from different types of origins. Thank you so much. Foods from different types of origins. I have like an African peanut butter stew, but kind of my own twist on the African peanut butter stew. I also have a lot of Hispanic dishes. I grew up in the Bronx, so I have like an empanada dish. I have Bronx Spanish rice and beans. There's the beans kind of dish that you kind of put together with like a homemade sofrito. Just different styles of cooking. I also have a lemon pepper fried mushroom recipe that is out of this world. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. So as you watch the different recipes that I do, feel free to, if you like the recipe, feel free to like my page, to comment, to subscribe, so that you can be notified on any new videos that I'm doing. In addition to all of that, feel free to comment on your experience with the food. Did you like the taste? Um, so something else that I also have within the Veggiegasm cookbook that I created in the back is a food glossary. The food glossary in the back explains the different healing and medicinal properties of different grains and different plants that I use throughout my cookbook. Because I'm also a medicine woman. I'm not only a chef, I'm a medicine woman, I'm a singer, I'm a numerologist, I'm a teacher. Some of you, I might have taught your kids. But I appreciate the love for everyone who watches and supports what I do. So, a lot of times I'm asked what inspired the creation of my cookbook. So, what inspired the creation of the cookbook was me going through illness, actually getting sick. Me getting sick was a very, very rough time for me because I was not at the time very deeply into natural medicine. And I ate a lot of fast food during that time that I was sick. I got sick. I had diabetes. I had thyroid disease, different things going on with my body that I didn't understand. And I was young. And so, what inspired me to change my diet is I was doing research on the changes that could happen from a plant based diet. On top of that, I went to a Queen Afua event in 2012, and I saw all these beautiful, beautiful sisters. They were just gorgeous. Their skin was gorgeous, their bodies were gorgeous, and they were all plant-based. And Queen of Forward did such an amazing job at that event with having multiple people present different benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. I'm sorry, my friend is calling, but I'm gonna call her back. Um, just kind of she had a medical doctor go there. She had a children's presentation. They talked about sugar and sugar being molecular, the molecular composition of sugar being two molecules from cocaine. So that was very deep to me. And I was like, wow. So that inspired me to initially go vegan. So I said, I'm going to be vegan. Did it cold turkey, like, the tough woman I am. And I fell off. I fell off 2 weeks after, not 2 weeks, 6 months after I fell off. And when I fell off, I felt really bad, really depressed. But before I fell off, I went back to the doctors to do my regular testing, to check my A1C hemoglobin, different things for my ailments. And the doctors said to me, 15 days into switching over to plant-based, we don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it because all your levels are normal. So that was very, very inspirational for me. I fell off 6 months later because I honestly did not do research on plant-based eating enough. And enough on, I did some on that, but not so much on what I could eat. Something I constantly hear from a lot of people is, oh, what do you eat? You don't eat meat, you don't eat this, you don't eat that. There's so many things you can eat. And I got back on my plant-based journey in 2016. I always mix up 2015 and 2016. 2016, I got back on my plant-based journey. And I said to myself, I'm going to learn how to make everything that I can make that is not plant-based, plant-based, in a way that my taste buds would enjoy it. And that's what I did. So I at some point went to Dr. Sebi's village. If you guys know about Dr. Sebi, you know how amazing he was. If you don't know about him, feel free to research him. He was a natural medicine practitioner, and he went and healed people with herbs and food. And I went to his healing village. And when I was in his healing village, me and the people I was there with, we used to do things for fun whenever someone was leaving. We used to throw alkaline parties. So we threw alkaline parties, and for me and a group of people who were leaving around the same time, we threw another alkaline party. And I decided to make wild rice. I don't think I had made wild rice before, or if I did, I made it one time before. It was like Dr. Sebi was in my ear telling me, because he had passed away by that time, like he was telling me what to put in this wild rice. And I made that wild rice, and I made the hell out of that wild rice. And everybody was like, what did you put in this wild rice? I still don't remember the exact recipe. But somebody said, you need to make a cookbook. This is so good. And I made a few other dishes that they enjoyed as well. And honestly, I didn't think I was skilled enough to do it. I battled with a lot of self-confidence. It took me about 2 years to compose this book. I wrote recipes in, took recipes out, changed everything around, added to it, took things out again, all kind of stuff. But I finally did it, and I'm very happy with the product. And I hope that you guys enjoy the product as well. Again, it's called the Veggiegasm Cookbook. Oops. Let's put it in a way that you guys can see. You see my picture, my name. So I touched on some of the recipes. This is my YouTube page for my cookbook. I have other YouTube pages, but they don't deal with the food aspect so much. And let's see. Sometimes people ask me, how did I create the name Veggiegasm? So the way I created the name Veggiegasm is I was listening to Outkast. It was a line that Big Boy said in a song. Drip, drip, drop, there goes the irrigasm. Now you're coming out the side of your face, we tapping right into your memory bank. That line, and I was like, irrigasm. I was like, that's dope. Then I said, oh, Veggiegasm. Because I literally want everyone to enjoy the food, the taste of it. To enjoy, because eating food is an enjoyable experience, and I want people to really enjoy the food. And sometimes also plant-based eating and cleansing and using certain herbs can also stimulate your libido. So I was like, oh, you're going to eat this food and have a veggiegasm. And that's how I created the name Veggiegasm. So a lot of people don't know that story, but I get that question a lot every now and then. Well, not a lot, but every now and then, because everybody's like, Veggiegasm, that sticks with me. Um, so some stuff that you can expect in the future. I finally got my technology together, so I will be cooking for you guys live. And I'm going to post, after I do a few recipes and a few videos and get some feedback from you guys, I'm going to post ahead of time what I'm going to cook and the ingredients and the things that you're going to need so you can cook with me at home. Because sometimes, if you're not a person that's used to cooking, it's a little difficult to look at a recipe and try to follow it. But if I'm there with you and we're doing it together, I can teach you a little bit of tricks to the trade. All right? So I hope you all enjoy. I hope you go out and get my book. It's a very good book on Amazon. Book Baby. Ooh, I'm holding it upside down. You see how silly I am? But that's okay because I embrace silly. That's who it is. What it is. It's life, right? Um, yes, but I really appreciate everyone who supports my book, everyone who supports my page. Also, on my other YouTube page, I do numerology readings and different things that are going to be coming up. One of my other YouTube pages. Um, but if you just want to stick with the food and you're not really into all of that, that's completely fine. I appreciate all the support that I get from everyone, all the love, and I just want everyone to enjoy.